Welcome to Living Marvelously with me, Laurie Jonas. This is the show where we unleash the marvelous potential in every woman. Are you ready to dream big and leap into a life you love? Don't let the expectations of others choose for you. Step out of your comfort zone and learn how to create what your life looks like. I'll take you on an inspirational journey, helping you tap into the wellspring of your inner strength, get clear on your life purpose, and unleash the vision you came into the world to share. On Living Marvelously, you will learn about personal development, self-care, and spirituality. And together, we will connect with others, sharing their unique energies, and learn to create a world that allows everyone to shine. Living Marvelously starts now.
Hello, everyone, and good morning. I'm Laurie Jonas, and you're listening to Living Marvelously with Laurie Jonas on Transformation Talk Radio. So stay with me for the next 30 minutes as we discuss how we're going to step out of our comfort zone and embrace adventure. So be sure to join me every second and fourth Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we will have some great discussions on how to create your fun, adventurous, empowering, loving, and beautiful life. So, like I said, today we're going to talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. But what is your comfort zone? Can you describe what that is to you? And what does stepping out of your comfort zone look like? So there's a few definitions. One I found when I was doing some research was on Quora.com, and it says that the comfort zone is related to your stress level. If you feel completely relaxed doing something, you are in your comfort zone. But getting out of your comfort zone means doing something that raises your anxiety level. It's about intentionally putting yourself in a situation that at first you won't enjoy, a situation that will make you feel uncomfortable, stressed, hesitant, and or maybe weak. To me, that's not exactly what I think of when I think of comfort zone. I think of it a little differently. When I think of comfort zone, I think of where I am comfortable doing things that aren't too hard and just allow me to get by in life. Staying in a routine that doesn't push the needle. Stepping out means I have to do things that I'm maybe not good at and I might fail. So it's fear of the unknown. About 5 or 6 years ago, when I was starting my blog, I took a course, and as part of the course, you could go to this conference. So I went to a conference with the creator of the course, and during the conference, she was asking people sort of where they were at in the course. And I had gotten pretty far along, but one of the things that it said, when you get to a certain stage, you had to have so many followers on your email before you could really move forward. Well, I had already gotten there, but I didn't have 1,000 followers as they requested. So I asked the question. I said, hey, I'm this far, but I haven't gotten should I just keep going or what should I do? And she stopped and stared at me and was like, are you doing the work? Did you do what you were supposed to do? Are you paying attention to why you're not getting that? I mean, and I was really taken aback. But as I look back at it now, it's like, yeah, she was calling me out because I was staying in my comfort zone. I can learn with the best of them. But when there were some things that I needed to really step out of my comfort zone in order to get to where I needed to be, and I wasn't doing it. So my comfort zone it's staying home. It's living in a world where everybody likes me. It's not having any conflict whatsoever. Wearing comfy clothes that hide my body. Everything works in my favor. I write my thoughts and feelings instead of saying them out loud, or I only work on things that I have a lot of knowledge about. I'm working on those things and I'm starting to step out. But what's your comfort zone? Take some time to really recognize what that might be. Where in your life are you afraid to go for more? Are you afraid to just take that one little step that might push the envelope? It's so easy to stay in your comfort zone and do the same things every day. And if you're content and feel like that's all you want in life, well, you'll probably be fine. But if you're watching this and if you listen to me or if you read anything that I write, I'm willing to bet that you want more, that you want to experience more in your life and you want to challenge yourself to achieve your goals and dreams. because there is such a huge world out there to explore, so many experiences, so many goals to achieve. Let's not settle. Let's get out of your comfort zone and do that. Here's a few things I've learned about the comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a natural, neutral state. And to me, that sounds a little boring. It's like using the color beige all over your house or in everything you wear. Think of your car in neutral. It just coasts, right? It's not in gear and it can't go faster. Heck, it can't even go the speed limit. And do you really want to live that way? Stepping out makes you challenge yourself to learn, to grow, and try new things. Doing the same thing over and over will not produce change. And you must risk failure. Failures and challenges are your best teachers. Thinking you are small is really not helping anyone else. So go be big. Let other people see you doing that and encourage them and inspire them to do the same. Stepping out of your comfort zone, it can be really scary, but life is too short not to take risks. And to make the most of your life, you must have new and exciting experiences. It's the fifth L of living marvelously. I found a couple more from the Huffington Post. It says, stepping outside of one's comfort zone is an important and almost universal factor in personal growth. And we're wired to seek out comfort, which is why it's so hard to let go. But embracing new challenges can help you age better. And who doesn't want to age better? Just a really quick side note. As I was reading this and kind of figuring out what I was going to say today in the show, I this funny story about we were in Florida last week and we were on the beach and there was this older, you could tell he was an elderly man, probably in his 80s, walking by quickly, swiftly on the beach. And I said to my friend, I said, wow, I hope when I'm that age, that's what I'm doing. I want to be like that when I'm older, still full of life, walking on the beach, having fun. And then a little bit later, as we were going home, we noticed that somebody, my friend, had unlocked the car, and like within a moment, somebody opened the door and was kind of going through the console, and it was the same man that walked by on the beach. And he said, what happened was he thought that was his car, and it just happened to open at the same time he was going to look for something in his car. And it's true, he just got the wrong car. But it made me laugh because maybe that's not who I want to be when I'm 80, not knowing where my car is. But I still want to age better. I want to embrace challenges and I want to age better. Okay, enough talk about what your comfort zone is. We need to talk about how you are going to step out of it. So, how to get out of your comfort zone. Here's some tips. The first one is to speak up. Be accountable for where you want to push yourself. Tell people, tell your partner how you feel, tell your family, tell your kids what you want to do. Use them to push you as well. Ask your friends to join you on some of these new adventures and ask for support if you need it. That's the biggest thing. If you're afraid to try something new, there's got to be somebody else who's already done it and you can ask them for support. You're not going to be the first person to do something new. Block out time for planning something different every day. Whether it's planning a new meal, calling a friend for coffee, writing something controversial, or trying a new exercise. Start with small things that get you out of your comfort zone. And so here's a few examples of some small things you can try to, just move the needle, make you do something a little bit differently. Maybe on your way to work, you listen to some music you don't normally listen to. Maybe you try some orchestral music instead of the pop music you normally listen to. Maybe you go to a new exercise class, try new restaurants, read different genres in books, take a different route to work or to your kid's house or wherever you're going. Dress up differently or maybe color your hair. Call an old friend and see what they're up to. Make plans for the weekend that are a little bit, gets you out of the house and you're doing something differently. Get creative with paints, knitting, dancing. Apply for a new job. Make a new cold call. Actually call somebody that maybe could help you in whatever adventure you want to take. Volunteer. That's a good one. Speak in front of a group of friends or peers. Set a new goal, train for a marathon, or have a no-tech Sunday. Have a day where you don't open any type of device and you just read, or you'll really will take you out of your comfort zone because you'll have to come up with things to do. The other thing you can do is let go of what others think and just do what you want. This one can be hard, but something I've learned is that few people are actually even watching you. They're too busy worrying about what people will think of them. So do something new, and then by the time others even notice, you'll be well on your way. Stop letting fears and anxiety hold you back. There are so many acronyms for fear. False evidence appearing real. Forgetting everything is all right. Face it, erase it, and replace it. And here's something I came up with when I wrote a blog on fear. For F, fear is just a figment of your imagination. You are creating that fear inside you. You're creating the thoughts that whatever it is you're afraid of is scary. E, erase the limits that you're putting on yourself. A, appreciate and accept help from family and friends. That's that support. If you are afraid of something, find somebody who can help you achieve it. Somebody else has done it. You can do it too. And then the R, this is a little sketchy, but write. So, the W is silent. Write them down and turn them around. So write down anything that you are afraid of and really kind of think about it. Okay, if I say I'm afraid of this, but why? Why am I really afraid of it? And you might uncover something that holds you back from actually doing what you want to do. It's something that maybe happened to you long ago, and all you need to do is sort of change your belief around it. So what I think all of these acronyms are really telling you is that fears can be challenged, and they don't have to hold you back. So try pushing through and trying something new. Okay, continuing our list here. Educate yourself. Go out and learn something new. Shake things up in your life. Become educated in a new hobby, a new business, or a new subject that makes you think differently. And by the way, this is the fourth L of living marvelously, to learn new things and try different things in your life. Revisit your past successes. Remember the courage it took you to get there. You did it then, you can do it again. And when have you challenged yourself before? Picture yourself doing what scares you. See yourself on the other side of your fear. When you act out the part of what you want to be, circumstances will shift until it's no longer acting. Make this a part of your morning routine. Dream big and then visualize yourself being there. And then the final one is, I think it's the final one. Let me just make sure. Yes. Acknowledge your successes, no matter how small they are. It's important to take note and celebrate when you try something new and then you succeed. No matter how big or small the accomplishment is, acknowledge these successes and they'll help you motivate you to keep pushing through difficult tasks. So set yourself up for success by mapping out baby steps so you can see all your progress along the way. And remember that practice makes perfect. There is one more tip, and it is to journal it out. And there's some prompts that you can, that I have for you to start writing these. Now I'm going to leave a worksheet in the notes for you to print them out. But they're like describing your comfort zone, facing your fears. There's 8 of them. So check that out. So I'm Laurie Jonas, and you are listening to Living Marvelously. When we come back, we're going to continue our list of tips to help you step out of your comfort zone and when it's time for an adventure. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Hello, I'm Laurie Jonas, and you're listening to Living Marvelously on Transformation Talk Radio. Before we continue, I want to invite you to check out my website, livingmarvelously.com, and the products and services that are available. And particularly if you enjoy journaling, I have two journals there, a manifestation journal and a living marvelously journal with lots of prompts to get your pen moving on your paper. Okay, let's continue finding ways to make your life more exciting. Before the break, I kind of rushed through some prompts. And speaking of journaling, I want to just maybe touch on them quick before we move on. So here are a few prompts to get you started on thinking about your comfort zone and how to get out of it. So first of all, take some time to really focus on what your comfort zone is. What in all different areas of your life, where do you stay and uh, not try to achieve something better or different or more exciting in your life? And what is outside of your comfort zone that you want to try? What are some of those dreams or goals that you think that you have that you are too afraid to go for? And when you have stepped outside of your comfort zone in the past, how did you feel? And really think about what fears are. What fears are holding you back? And here's a good one. At the end of your life, what would you regret not trying? What are some of those things that you think about you want to do? And that if, God forbid, something happened to you soon, you never got the chance to do it. And what is the worst thing that could happen if you tried something new? I think that's a good one. Like, really, what's the worst thing that could happen? What if somebody laughed at you? Well, so what? That's kind of their problem, not yours, right? That's them judging you. And judgment comes from something that they can't handle themselves. Write down everything you are scared to do, which ones, and then think about which ones you want to try first. And then finally, what's the best thing that could happen if you tried something different? So like I said, I'll have a worksheet with those questions on it for you, but really take some time to journal that out. Okay, so whether you realize it or not, it's easy to get caught up doing the same things again and again. And sometimes these routines bring you comfort and peace, but left undisturbed for too long, your routines become dull and make you really feel discontent with your life. So let's talk about a few signs that it might be time to spread your wings and look for a new adventure. Okay, number one, you don't remember the last time you were challenged. You've been going through the motions for months or years now. Your job isn't stimulating you anymore. Your hobbies aren't thrilling you anymore, and your passion projects aren't making you excited. The truth is, most of us do our best to grow when we're challenged. So if you take away challenges, you can quickly, stagnate and become a lesser version of yourself simply because you aren't aiming higher than your current status. So if a job isn't stimulating you, your hobbies aren't thrilling you, your passion projects aren't making you excited, that's a sign that you need to try something different. You need to shake up your job. Maybe there's another piece you can try at the current job you have, or maybe it's getting a new one. Hobbies aren't thrilling you. Why are you doing them? You need to find ones that do. And passion projects, you need to maybe take a break, or you need to find somebody else who can help you with it to infuse more energy into it. Because every time you're challenged, you learn something new and it keeps your mind active and stimulated. There's just way too much to experience in our short lifetime to not get out of our comfort zone. Okay, number two, maybe you've gone through a big life transition. So have you gone through a big divorce, but your house is still filled with stuff from your ex? Maybe you've moved to a new city, but you still don't feel like you've settled in. Maybe you've switched jobs, but you're still navigating the new company culture, or you became an empty nester and you're still pining for those days gone by. Because after a big life transition, it's the perfect time to plan a new adventure. That's because your life has already shifted and you have space to reevaluate what you want. So take advantage of this new status in life and try something new. You're meant to go through stages and it's okay to do something different. It's time for a new adventure. When my children were out of the house and they went off on their own and I became an empty nester, that's when this all started. And that was a huge step out of my comfort zone. You know, me putting myself out on the internet and having people actually see what I think about. That's kind of a big deal. And I did it. and I'm loving it. And it was really created a really fun aspect of my life. Okay, the third thing is maybe you're bored. Well, you frequently find yourself spacing out on your commute while other people are talking to you. When you get home from a long day, rather than do a meaningful activity, you find yourself escaping into TV or gaming for hours at a time. Everyone needs to chill sometimes, but if you're routinely checking out on your own life, that's a major clue that you need to spice things up and consider trying a new adventure. Think about things you used to enjoy doing. Maybe it's painting, jogging, writing, traveling, entertaining, or cooking. Plan some time to start those activities up again. All right, next one. You're playing small while dreaming big. You dream of more than what you're doing now. Maybe you want to start that side hustle you keep talking about. Perhaps you want to go back to school or finish that degree. Maybe you want to write a book. Whatever your dream, you keep tucking it away in a corner of your heart. You promise yourself you'll get to it when you have more time, more money, or more energy. And only that day doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. We're all big pieces of a puzzle. So if you are not fulfilling your dreams, you could be the missing piece to someone else's. So don't give up. Plus, every time you fail, like we've said, you learn something new. I love to dream big, and I love to share with others about how they need to dream big. I want you to see how there are these dreams inside of you that are just waiting for you to fulfill. Once you have the thought of something that you want, the universe is already working on how you're going to get it. So if you've got those thoughts of things that you want in your life, start taking those little baby steps. Start trying something different. Start, taking those baby steps that will lead you outside of your comfort zone. And the universe is helping you. They're pushing you. They're giving you things in your life to grab onto and reach those dreams. So please continue dreaming big. Maybe you never shake things up. Do you know a friend whose rhythms you could set your alarm clock by? She does the same things every day, never varying her routine. She follows the same commute, listens to the same music, hangs out with the same people, eats the same foods for weeks on end. And maybe that's you. And while it's okay to be predictable, there is such a thing as becoming too set in your habits. You can actually cut off your exposure to new experiences when you get into ruts that you never try breaking out of. So doing the same thing over and over again is boring. What if you tried one new thing each day or week and see what happens? You're living vicariously through others. You spend your time on social media, studying what other cool people are doing. You listen to your friends' stories of travel, job changes, or new hobbies with rapt attention, wishing you were in their place. So it's natural to mentally walk a mile in someone else's shoes every now and then, and it can be fun to imagine another life. But if you're always trying to live vicariously through other people, it can be a sign that something is lacking, something exciting is lacking in your own life. So decide what things that other people are doing that maybe you want to do too, and go make a plan and make it happen. Maybe you can't remember the last time you failed. We've talked about this a lot, so I'm not going to elaborate too much more, but failing is good. Failing is good because it really teaches you how to do something better and how to get there. If you're not trying and failing, you're not trying. And number 8, you're ready for a change. You've been living in a situation that you've spent months or years accepting, and you thought you couldn't do something big and bold, but it's time. It's time to get out there and be bold and try new things. Today is the day you can shout no more. You don't have to accept that the way things are now, it's the way they'll always be. You have the power and the potential to change your life at any moment you choose. So living marvelously is about being your authentic self. It's feeling empowered to create the life you want to live, and it's having a lot of fun along the way. And I am so excited to be here with you. I hope you take these tips and these signs and really reach out and try to step out of your comfort zone. If you'd like to contact me, you can go to my website, livingmarvelously.com. All my info is on the contact page. Send me a message and let's work together to create something just for you. This truly is stepping out of my comfort zone. So please join me every second and fourth Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And next time on Living Marvelously, I want to share about 20 ways to nourish your soul. When you catch yourself feeling a little off or overwhelmed, it may be time to nourish your soul, to take care of the spirit within you. Because your soul is the part of you that consists of your mind, character, thoughts, and feelings. It's often neglected when you are striving for perfection, giving too much of yourself to others, or feeling unworthy. So whenever your energy feels low, do something to nourish your soul. We will see you then. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to Living Marvelously with me, your host, Laurie Jonas. Tune in next time to unleash the marvelous potential in every woman, every second and fourth Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com as I help you choose a life that you are passionate about. Learn to embrace your unique self, dream big, and leap into what you choose to have your marvelous life look like. Together we create a world that allows everyone to shine. For more information, visit livingmarvelously.com. That's livingmarvelously.com. See you next time on Living Marvelously.